Hey YouTube, Maddie's Daddy 12, Team JMT, coming to you guys with the latest of my deck profiles. This has been the evolution of my agent deck, I guess is probably the best way to put it. As you guys all know, I played agents at the Louisville Regional. I didn't do near as well there as what I would have liked to have. I was running a build similar to Simon Hees, and I felt like I did not have any protection, which I didn't. I wasn't running any traps other than Treacherous Trap Hole, and I really felt like I didn't have enough protection in that deck that I really didn't feel comfortable with. So when I got home from Louisville, I actually tried out the Alistair Albin build, which run Card Trooper and Call of the Haunted and some back row, and I really liked it. I felt a little more comfortable in that deck, but I miss the chaos elements. I like what the dark monsters gave me as far as options, and I liked being able to drop Blackluster Soldier. So I went back to the drawing board and kind of came up with a build between the two, and this is what I've been testing for the last couple of weeks and has been amazing for me the last couple of weeks. So you start off with 3 Hyperion because it's Dark Arm Dragon. I got 2 Earth, it's a little Stratos, and it's a tuner. I've got 3 Venus, which allows me to bring out my Shine Balls and gives me all the options into rank 2s. I guess that's pretty well your agent lineup there. I am running 1 Christia. I don't feel like I could run 2. I know Alistair was running 2, and that's what I was testing a while ago. I don't feel like 2 is really where I want to be. 1 it's live whenever I need it, and if I mill it with Card Trooper and bring it back with Call of the Haunted, it's just an extra bonus. It's a 2800 body that's going to give your opponent problems, but I don't feel like I can run 2. I do have 2 Herald of Orange Light. I don't have any other hand traps in the deck. I don't feel like Effect Veiler really does anything for you. It stops the effect, but your opponent still has the monster presence. And then Max C, I don't know how many times I've dropped Max C to my opponent, and my opponent has just continued to push, and special summon, and he just ends up beating me anyway while I just hold a bunch of cards in my hand. So I don't feel like Max C is near as productive as what it should be, and I don't feel like Effect Veiler really does enough. Where Herald of Orange Light will negate the effect, it also destroys the monster. So I really kind of prefer Herald of Orange Light right now. I really feel like this is the only hand trap that is worth running right now, just because I don't feel like the other 2 are really offensive at all. Herald of Orange Light is at least a little bit offensive, where Effect Veiler being completely defensive leaves the monster on board. This will at least destroy the card for you, making it, taking away their board presence. So that, it makes it a little more offensive of a card. Next, I round out my fairies with an Honest. Now, you can argue that this is a hand trap because it does hide in the hand until you want to use it. However, it's a battle phase trick, guys. That's what it is. That's what it is all day long, is a battle phase trick. I use it for that, and let's not kid ourselves. That's what we use it for, and I feel like this sits in a completely different category, along with Gores and Battle Fader and Swift Scarecrow. All the battle phase interrupters is a completely different category than hand traps. Next, I round out my lights with 2 Thunder King Ryo. This guy just wrecks the meta right now. He is just too good. You've got to be playing him, or at least giving him a shot, because he is just way too good not to at least give him a chance. So there you go, guys. There's the light monsters. Now let's get into the dark monsters. Double Tour Guide and Sangan. That's pretty self-explanatory. That's pretty much what everybody is running as far as the Tour Guide engine is concerned. I run 1 Spirit Reaper. This is my Tech Spirit Reaper. He puts in a lot of work for me. You guys just don't understand what this card can do for you. He eats up Solemn Warnings like nobody's business. People will pay 2,000 points just so you don't get into their hand. And then him being able to stick around and giving you the chance to draw into cards because they can't get past him. He's just too good. I know people are playing a lot of Lance right now, which kills him, but I feel like he's too good not to use right now. Next, double Tragodia. With all the levels that I have to discard to take my opponent's monsters, and with all the levels that I'll have in the graveyard to manipulate with him, to be able to exceed and to synchro and all the plays that you can make off of Tragodia, it's just too good not to use. You've really got to try him out. He's just too good, man. So those are my dark monsters. The rest of my monsters are 2 Card Trooper. He always pays for himself. You set him, and then he gets attacked over. You're drawing a card. If you have him on board and you can push into a Torrential Tribute, he's going to draw a card. Mirror Force, you're drawing a card. He allows you to mill, which makes your Call of the Haunteds live. And he's too good. You got to be playing him in this. 1 Blackluster Soldier. I would like to have Chaos Sorcerer in here also. However, I'm down to 6 darks, which makes Chaos Sorcerer a little less live. It's BLS. How do you not use BLS in anything running lights and darks, right? The card's busted. Just too good. So that rounds out my monsters. There we go. Next, let's get into the spells. Not nearly as many as it was before Louisville, because I'm running the different style now. But it is Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and double MST. That's pretty well the standard in everybody's deck right now. I guess that's the staples, if you would. Next, Creature Swap. Creature Swap is above and beyond amazing in this deck, giving my opponent a dead Shine Ball and taking their monster and just raking them with it. It's just too good. So much potential in this card, in this deck. You got to use it. 1 Forbidden Lance. I'm taking in the 1 Lance. In my other testing, the Creature Swap was a 2nd Lance. I guess you could probably make it a 3rd MST if you want, because why do you need to protect yourself from the back row if you can just destroy the back row? But it's really player preference on this. I like having the Lance. Give me an extra battle phase trick to go along with Honest. So there are the spells, and now let's get into the traps. Triple Call of the Haunted. This deck baits out back row like no other. I can't even explain to you guys how many times I've dropped a Hyperion to see it get warning and then just call the Haunted it back. You can do that with just so many things. Your opponent plays MST on your back row. You chain the Call of the Haunted. You grab a Card Trooper. It dies, and you get to draw a card. Or you grab Sanguine, and then you get to search a card. Or so many options. Another play that I like making with this is I had a Tragodia on board. Call of the Haunted, my 2nd Tragodia, and then overlaid into Gustav Max and burned my opponent for game. Just too many plays in this deck with Call the Haunted. Like I said, it's just this deck baits out back row like no other, and this just gives you that many more chances to eat up your opponent's back row. Solemn Judgment and double Solemn Warning. You got to have the Solemn Brigade, I feel like, in this game right now. You've got to have it. And then double Compulse. Guys, I could almost make the argument that this is the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Those are my personal preference on back row. Is that this, man? I guess it could be too bottomless, but just Compulse is just way too good right now. You guys really got to be trying it out in your back row. Next, let's get into the extra deck. You can synchro and exceed with this deck, so you got to make room for both. Stardust Dragon, we'll put it there by Greg Abney. But yeah, Stardust Dragon, Scrap Dragon. At 7, I've got Blackluster Soldier. I've got no options at 6. You don't really make 6 very often. At 5, I've got Cataster. And at 4, I've got Armory Arm. So those are my synchro options. For my exceed options, I've already talked about it. Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. Burning my opponent for the 2K, making a 3,000 beater. It's good stuff. Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord Heliopolis. This guy is too good. With Trag and with Hyperions, making him and blowing stuff up. I actually creature swapped a Grapha, and was able to make some additional plays going into this guy and making and blowing up some stuff. Just some good plays in this deck running a Heliopolis. I've only got one option at rank 4 just because I've only run two level 4s in the deck. Or I'm sorry, 3 level 4s. Honest and two Thunder Kings. So you're not going to make rank 4 very often, but I do want it in there, and My Stroke is probably the best of the rank 4s in my opinion, because it has the built-in Book of Moon and because it has the ability to protect itself. So if I'm only going to run one rank 4, that's the one rank 4 that I want to fit in. Next, we got my rank 3s. Leviair is freaking busted in this deck with everything that you're removing for your Chaos and for everything that you're removing for your Hyperions. This guy is too good. Zenmaines. Tempo is amazing. I don't know why people are cutting that out of their extra deck, but Tempo is just too amazing. And then for the rank 2s, oh, I'm sorry, I got one more rank 3. Leviathan Dragon. Makes a great beater. 2,500. You know, it does what it does. For the rank 2s, I got a Gotchi, Dark Mist, and Augusto Phoenix. OTK in a can right there is what that guy is. Or OTK in a sleeve, I guess. Watch me knock my camera over. But yeah, so many OTKs are led to by this card. He's just too good. So there you go, guys. There's my agents. Or what they've evolved into so far. So I hope you guys appreciate this. Subscribe, comment down below, show us how much you love us.